Self-driving car will be turning the current mobility to a new level. This is because self-driving cars include three types of technology function, which is sensor, connectivity, and software. Senior partner at McKinsey Management Consultancy said it will basically be as far-reaching as the change from horse-drawn carriages to cars. Based on a McKinsey study, they predict that self-driving car will be used in our towns and cities in 2030. However, driverless taxi has already existed in part of Phoenix, Arizona, made by Waymo, which is owned by Google's parent company Alphabet. It is available for the general public, but the service is only for limited area as of now. Waymo 1 needed a human driver for safety purpose. However, there are new one which is fully autonomous, which means passenger can have the luxury free time in the backseat. With that being said, there are definitely impacts of self-driving car if it is made into a taxi service.
Firstly, I'm going to talk about impacts on environment. There will be less traffic jam and accidents since every car will move in a same speed, which is a safe speed, one that required on the road or highway. It will make such a community with zero accident and traffic jam. Life loss caused by car accident will be low too, since we are not the one who drive, and of course, like I said before, the car will be drive in a safe speed and also not causing any mess on the road. Next, the place with low cost living will be packed with people. Why is this happen? Because people will not be the one who drive, so they just sit back and enjoy the ride and they arrive at their workplace. Usually people tend to find a house near their workplace, so they don't need to face any difficulties while on their ways to work. So now with robotic self-drive car, they will easily go to work without worrying about traffic jams and tiredness from driving. After that, there will be a less pollution will be created by human. Human usually be the one who ruin everything in this world. There is a fuel type of robotic car, also there is an electric car type of it. By using an electric car type, we can help for make a less pollution that created by a normal car. By that, we can have a better world for future and can keep this world healthy and safe to live till the end. After that, we can also help to increase back the amount of petroleum in this world. The amount of petroleum in this world right now is kind of a little worrying. It does happen because humans overuse it for a car or maybe others vehicle too for work. While we starting using this robotic car, they can help by stop using a lot of petroleum, or to be specific, using any kind of fuel. By doing that, the production will become lesser and we will have more time to grow out more, and the petroleum will be there for a long time. Last but not least, there will be a lot of parking space that will go to waste. Some may go to waste and some will be used for a normal car park. By this wasteful car parking, the government can take it and create any kind of entertainment or maybe some food place or just anything that will be useful to that place. And when using robotic car, they just drop off the passenger and the car will go to another customer, so there is no need to use any car parking.
Talk about the impacts on economy. So the first one is tax revenue will increase and decrease. This is because we all know cities usually generate revenue from parking ticket, taxes, and also fines. So let's say the self-driving cars are gas-powered, then it will generate more revenue from the fuel tax. But if the cars are electric, tax however will be decreased. So this is what I meant when I say tax will increase and decrease, because it depends on the car itself. Plus, people no longer have to pay for fines. For example, traffic fines. This is because self-driving car usually drive within the speed limit and it is very rare for them to go overboard. So when using self-driving car, the chances of getting fines is pretty slim. Secondly, people jobs in transportation industry will change. For example, taxi, bus and train drivers might lose their job now that self-driving car exists, and also people in the traffic department. But don't worry, because there will be more jobs needed, like cleaners for example. They will be in demand in order to maintain hygiene in shared places, where the car park for example. Other than that, car insurance company will have to change massively, because before this, people need or look for driver liabilities. Now, with self-driving car, people will need product liabilities. So this type of company need to be smart and change their services in order for them to satisfy their customer needs. Next impacts on economy is by having self-driving car, it can benefit other industries as well. This is because people will spend their time doing other things like going to the shops or restaurant, now that they have self-driving cars. Not like before, where they spend most of their time in a car driving to reach a certain destination. Now that those time in a car driving is being reduced, they have the possibility to try and do other things, which in the end, like I said, other industry can gain benefit as well. So it can contribute to the economy, where economy will improve for the better. Last but not least, self-driving car can reduce road accidents that are most of the time caused by human error, which is definitely a plus for impacts on economy. This is because as a driver, we need to be conscious at all times when we are driving, and also be alert of red lights and many more things on the road. For example, we need to be really focused when we drive, and sometimes when we lose the focus, accidents happen. But by using self-driving car, it has the ability to sense the road, so the car uses the shortest and quickest route. Plus, it can recognize pedestrian, traffic light, signage, and many more. There will no more issues of driving under the influence or fatigue car accident because we can sleep and not force ourselves to drive when we are really tired and sleepy. We just let the car drive themselves. This way, we can reach our destination safely. Not to mention, there has been many cases of accident caused by drunk driver. We can use the self-driving car when we are drunk and not risk ourselves and other people. Those are just some impacts on economy.
My name is ALIF HASHIM, and I'm going to present about impacts on social. So the impacts we have two sides, which is positive and negative. From positive side, safer. Our world will be more safer because it will the accident will be less by the careless and drunk driver, because this is the main sources of the accident that usually happen in our world. And the second is time. More time to spend with family. As an example, you doesn't need to waste your time to search for parking, to decide which car did you want to use, and so on, because you just need to book a taxi and you can just go to the destination. And the next one is it will create new job opportunities. For example, robot trading, or a new kind of workshop, because when the taxi will be used all around the world, we need a new specialist that who can repair the taxi. And the next one is more expertise will be born. It's because when our technologies grow further, it will need a new expertise to create and repair and design everything. So such as robot engineer, robot mechanic. So from the negative side, first one is some people will lose job, which is the taxi driver might lose their job because taxi will be the autonomous self-driving car. So people just need to book the taxi by phone or by call, and they doesn't need any human help or human hand to get the taxi. And the next one is social dilemma. It is because less interact with human, everything can be done with phone. Actually, it is some it's not good for humans, because if human keep interacting with phone, their social skill will decrease, and also they will losing their driving skills. Humans will be more dependent on robot or AI to get the job done. Which is the taxi, they just need to key in which destination they need to use, or they need to go. So they doesn't need to drive the car because it's a self-driving car, so they will lose their skills for driving.
Next, I'm going to talk about recommendation on service. This robotic self-drive car can be used as a taxi or Grab, or for anyone who need it. By doing this, a lot of things can be in low percentage, such as accident, kidnapping, and a lot more. Drunk people can use this service. to go home safely and didn't cause anything bad on road and make some trouble while in drunk situation. Also, for a single independent lady who work till late night, they can use this service to arrive at their home safely without any problem and worrying about being kidnapped or anything. Also, for a busy parents who can pick up their kids at school at their working time, they can use this service and their kid will safely arrive at home. Next, making a bus version of robotic vehicle. Robotic car itself will be expensive since the high technology will be used in it. Not everyone can afford to purchase it per person or maybe per family. By using a bus version of it, they can experience it in same time. The benefit of using robotic car will be increased too. They can help by using this bus and not driving their car, and it can save the environment. The bus will be fully booked, which is lead to economy rising, and the community will become a high technology user. After that, create a safe battery function. Not everyone travels using that car in near place. Some of them does go back to their hometown or maybe travel for working far from their place. So this kind of function is needed for every user. There will be a charger port in the highway stop, but it will take a lot of time and it will ruin the arrival time. So it's better to have a safe battery function in every car to avoid all unwanted incidents. Lastly, make a various pickup for a same destination service. As an example, if you want to go out with your friends to the same place, the car can pick you up first, and after that they go pick up your friends at their house. From here, there will be a lesser car on the road and can make your journey better. In the same time, you and your friend will have each other if anything happen to others.
So for the conclusion, we could say that the self-autonomous taxi could be a very good means in the future, and it could bring positive and negative impacts depend on the user who use it. And also in the future, the self-driving taxi will be a new norm for people all around the world, because in the future, the taxi will be used morely, or we could say our usual drive. We doesn't need to drive a car, we doesn't need to take a bus anymore maybe, or we doesn't need to carpooling anymore maybe. And also the last one is it is possible to apply the technology in Malaysia due to our good connections with big country, which is the US, the China. So because they are the we call it the main country that they produce a lot of technologies, a lot of futuristic things that can be used to human. So I think that's all from us. Thank you. Bye bye.